At that point, an accident took place. Everybody were shouting Jesus, but when we collided, everything ceased. And in the jiffy, or should I say in a twinkle of an eye, or in a second, I found myself standing out of the bus, not realizing that anything has happened. All I could find myself doing was just thanking God for saving my life from a fatal accident that I encountered. When I was in that position, just thanking God, I knelt down, lift up my hands, just worship God. I felt happy because I just found out that something that the devil could have planned to be dead, that it did not actually happen. But on the process, I came to realize when motor are passing, they will pass through me, they couldn't feel me. Human being would just pass, nothing could feel me, nothing could come closer, nothing could just know that a human being is there. It's at that point that my memory just struck that actually it might be that something has really happened. Something might have taken place, because I can realize that while still I've been hearing people saying anybody that is dead will become eventually a spirit that nobody could feel, nobody could touch. So when I found that out, I tried to go close to people and try to ask what is going on. But no one could hear me except the people that we bothered with. But at that point, since it happened like that, I cast my mind out of it and walked close to the bus so that I could just pick up my clothes, my bag, my luggages, and start going with another bus before night will fall more than what it was. When I get close, I wanted to open the door. I couldn't be able to touch the handle. And I started asking what could have been the case. And at that point, I just said, let me use the glass side that I was sitting. When I went close to the place, I put my hand towards it. I tried to lift up my back, but I couldn't feel it. It was just going through everything. I could see my body. I started asking myself that I never had something called twins in my life. How come about I see someone resembling me? Because perfectly, I was just dressed the same way I dressed to travel. The same way I was just traveling with. I just tried to pick up my phone, my wallet. Nothing was just entering my hand. At that point, something just struck in my head. I say, is it actually that I'm dead? And I come to realize, is it that rapture has just taken place? Is it that is the end of my life? And I start weeping bitterly because I didn't know what to just do. I couldn't just recall anything. All I could just remember is that it could be that I'm dead, and if I don't actually make heaven, that means I'm making hell. And I start weeping. Where am I going to? Where am I going to? And at that point, people just were crying. Some people separated to one side. I could find out that about 15 people were standing the other side of the thing, and 3 people were standing by my side here. I was standing alone over here, and I start crying. I said, what could have been the case? What is going on? What is the case? And at that point, when I was still, before you know, in a twinkle of an eye, the ground divided into 3 places. When it divided into 3 places, my memory just, I became shaken. I said, is it earthquake that is taking place? How can the ground divide it into 3 places that 14 people were over one side, 3 people were over the side? I was just standing alone here. I keep on asking, earthquake, is it how earthquake happened? Actually, it might be rapture that has taken place. I was just trying to get something. And when it divided, no one could cross from this side to the other side, from the other side to this side. You can't just cross from any of the side, because the gap that was between each of the sides that was divided was as big as anything. It had a long space, a long kilometer. So at that point, what is just going on? When I was just trying to calculate my head and see what I could do to myself, how could I could just help myself from that situation. I just had a voice behind me called Brother Victor. When I heard Brother Victor, I was just shocked. Who could it be? I just turned around. When I turned around and I see 2 people standing. They were actually dressed in a white robe. Their hair was gold. They kind of have a light in their face. Their shoe was gold. And at their back, I could find out they had wings. And something struck me that it could be the angels. And I found out it could be the angels, but since I was not actually sure, I just wanted to ask and confirm and be sure that it is the angels actually. And at that point, I asked them, who are you people? When I asked them, who are you? They did not just say a word. They did not answer. They did not talk to me. I just become confused. I still keep on asking. Instead, they separated one person to my left-hand side, one person to my right-hand side. When I see that kind of thing, just begin looking at them, still trying to know who they are, still try to interview them without a response from them. Behold, I just saw a great light coming from a far distance. The light was brighter, greater 100 times than the sun, walking towards me. And at that point, without wasting no time, I just fell to my knees. I put my face to the ground because actually it was affecting my sight. I couldn't just look very well. The light was just, I started having eye pain. In fact, tears was actually running out of my eyes. So I just put my face to the ground and started asking, begging him, can you just bring down your light? Can you lower it? Because I cannot just see clearly. I can't know who you are. Who are you? He did not talk. When he came closer to me, that there was not much of distance between us. He asked me to arise. When I picked up my face, I found out the shoe he was wearing was also gold. In the clothes, he was wearing a very beautiful apparel that I've never found it in this world. And I found out that on his chest there was something written, the King of Kings. Then my memory was just somehow, I put my face back and asked him, please, lower your light. And he never said a word to me. Instead, he just started introducing. He said, I am he that was alive, that was dead, but I live forevermore. Immediately I heard that, something just struck me. This should be the Son of God. And he continued just explaining himself. I am the I am. I am the Yeshua the King. I am the creator of the whole universe. I am the light of the world. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am the creator of heaven and earth. Just continue making explanation, introducing himself. He said, behold, I have the keys of heaven and earth. I have the keys of hell. I have overcome the devil. Behold, he raised up his hands and said, behold, I've overcome the world. When I heard that, he said to the angels, take him around for 25 seconds so that he might have what to tell to the people. When he said that, he just disappeared, and the angel said to me, we are about to embark on a 25 seconds journey.